All right, over the page now, and joining me is the Head of Strategy and Growth for Global Rev Gen. Bosco Anthony is joining me in the studio, and the team promised to be a leader in the digital media buying solutions and consultancy. Bosco is here to discuss the impact of AI in the advertising space and the exciting tech shifts that consumers can expect to see. Bosco, just how is AI reshaping advertising? What are we seeing out there at the moment?
Look, the industry is completely flipping right now.
Yeah.
And Global Rev Gen has been a performance media agency, fully integrated now for over 14 years. And we had this problem where people were asking us how to shape a creative based on real-time data. So we actually created this program called Quant Plus, which is the world's first performance creative insights report that can empower you as a marketer or creative person to come up with data-driven decisions in your creative. And this is done before the advertising process and before you build the creative as well. And we started this off in the higher education sector.
Nice. And
we saw some amazing results, and now we're taking it across through other verticals as well.
Okay, very clever stuff. And of course, you're hitting it at the right time, I think, as well as it's growing. What future technology shifts do you anticipate? And I guess, where do you think consumers are going to experience these advancements? We've obviously got things like social media. You can target your marketing across all of those platforms.
Yeah.
Take us through what you've witnessed.
So the first thing you need to know is who is your audience? And now we're preparing for an international global citizen, so that one size of marketing doesn't really work anymore. The other part is we're labeling the consumers as Generation Alpha. They're a lot more sophisticated. They expect more from marketers as well. So that old ad saying, you know, half my advertising dollars are wasted. The problem is I don't know which half. We can solve that using AI technology. But we're going to see shifts in immersive reality, spatial computing. We're going to see shifts in how we consume data in immersive reality as well. And so when you start to see Apple and Google and all these tech giants like Meta are starting to partner up with Ray-Bans, and you can start to see a different world through your lenses, you know we're just scratching the surface.
Yeah, absolutely. And some of that technology we've showcased here on the program, and it's just unreal, the potential, if you will. Can you share some success stories of clients in Australia who have leveraged AI to actually boost that GRG for their digital advertising as well? Some examples?
So we work with 50% of the universities in Australia. There's 42. We've had clients like TAFE Queensland, Study Melbourne, University of Wollongong, James Cook University, Australian Catholic University. They've all adopted these Quant Plus insights, this platform that informs their creatives. We've seen a better return on investment, a better return on ad spend, but more importantly, just advertising efficiencies, because it doesn't really disrupt the advertising process. It empowers you to make a data-driven decision when you're creating that particular creative.
Interesting. Let's talk challenges and things that you've seen out there. Obviously, AI is new for a lot of people. There's people out there who don't trust it. There's a few things going on when it comes to the technology. You did mention Meta, the headsets, VR. Not everyone has their VR headsets yet. Take us through some of the challenges you guys are seeing and how you're going to overcome them or advise your clients.
Look, there's going to be challenges right now with data, privacy, integrity. There's all these different frameworks that need to come in, and we're not denying the fact that a lot of that has to change, you know. Having said that, though, we believe that technology doesn't need just a master or structure, it needs a mother. Because now AI is moving from studying generative patterns to studying human behavior. And that's the scary part. So we have to play a role in how we educate that particular platform to do better. And that falls on us.
I think that's really well said, the fact that it is a mother, not an all-fearing sort of emperor kind of vision. I'm a visual learner, if you couldn't tell. But there's a common concern, obviously, about AI replacing human jobs, right?
Yes.
That's going to not go away for a long time. Where do you guys sit in all of this when you're assessing the landscape and making sure people are working or, you know?
Yeah, so this is a common fear. I hear this all the time when I'm speaking on stage. I truly believe that AI isn't going to replace the human workforce. However, humans working with AI and tech are going to replace humans that aren't. Let's look back at the typewriter. Let's think about the days when we used to rent out VHS tapes and DVDs at Blockbuster, and you know, now we have Netflix. It's part of our human evolution. This is just another timestamp. We have to embrace it. It's already here. They used to call it machine learning. Now they're calling it something sexier. They call it AI. What I truly believe is we're in an era of actual intelligence, but we're empowered to make those decisions for tomorrow.
And of course, guide it and shape it and hopefully use it for good.
Correct.
Bosco would be my, Is there anything else you wanted to highlight from what you and the team are working on at the moment? Just while I've got you.
Yeah, look, we're really excited. We just found out that Quant Plus can work now in any vertical, in any sector. It can, really empower you to look at, what type of clothing attire should go into a creative, should that person look like, what are some of the keywords. The world is changing. We have to start to prepare for that future international global citizen, because that's going to be the fabric of our DNA when it comes to advertising. And I'm really thankful that GRG is at the pulse of trying to solve that problem.
You guys are there. Bosco, thank you so much for keeping me company in the studio and, of course, sharing your thoughts, feelings, and what we can expect to see from the mother of AI.
Thank you for having me, Mike.
I'm going to use that. All right, that's the program for now. I want to thank you all for joining me in the studio. And, of course, I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Head to tickernews.co for breaking news coming to you from right around the world. I'll see you again very soon. Be well.